Hey guys, welcome to this all-in library module. We're super excited to have you here. I'm with Amy Starr-Allen. I'm Trav, the product director for Empower, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Amy is going to be talking about how to cash in on your passion with your blog. Now, a little bit about Amy. She is a masterful blogger, a mother, and a brilliant, brilliant person in general. And she's really one of the topmost authorities on cashing in your passion. She'll be talking to you in just a second, and we're going to switch to the screen flow. She's actually going to be walking you through just about everything there is to go through cashing in on your passion, to be going through how to take what you're most passionate about and turn it into a revenue stream, how to get your blog set up in the best ways possible to really succeed online with Kolatu, with your business, for whatever you're promoting. So I'm going to turn it over to Amy, but I just want to tell you, first and foremost, she is absolutely brilliant. I love you, Amy. And again, these modules are here for you with some of the topmost authorities on their subject, and you're going to see why in just a second when we jump to the screen flow when she walks you through everything. But Amy, if you don't mind, would you tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do when you cash in your passion with your blog?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really excited. For the longest time, I've been talking about telling my team, you can blog about anything that you want and make money. You don't have to blog about making money to make money blogging. And yet, I've always blogged about making money. I've always had a blog, about internet marketing and where I'm actually talking about making money on the internet. And so when Kolatu launched, I decided, I'm going to actually be a case study for this. I want to actually blog about something that has nothing to do with making money so that I can show people, because when I was telling people to do it when I wasn't doing it, they didn't believe it. And so I was saying, you can blog about photography and make money, or you can blog about underwater basket weaving and make money, and nobody believed me. So now I have my Kolatu blog is a CrossFit blog. So I'm blogging daily. I've been blogging every day for a few months now, and it's been amazing what's been happening with this. It's been really a really fun process because CrossFit is a huge. It's one of the things I'm most passionate about in my life. It's something that I do every day. So to be able to take that passion or like an experience that I have in my day at a CrossFit workout or something, and to be able to come home and blog about it and have people reading that and getting excited about it and inspiring people in that niche, but also inspiring people in the niche to want to do the same thing with their passion, like So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use your blog to blog about anything that you're passionate about, and kind of what I've done to have success doing this. And so,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
Well, you're definitely one of the best at it. I mean, we're talking about somebody who blogs every single day, who is a full-time mother. She's brilliant, and she takes her subject, her passion, and turns it into a revenue stream and empowers others to do the same thing. So I guess without further ado, let's just jump right into it and jump on the comp here. Okay guys, so we've turned the camera around and welcome to the screen flow portion of the video. Amy, you have the controls, so please walk us through the cash and passion process. Show us what you do to have created such a brilliant blog, and how you tie in your CTAs, and how you turn this into a revenue stream, turning something so brilliant that's so precise to what you do, makes you feel good, the kind of stuff that people do in their everyday lives, their dreams, their goals. How do you turn that into your passionate blog?
Yeah, well, the first thing, like I said before, CrossFit is one of my biggest passions in life. So that makes it a lot easier to blog about it because it's something that I'm passionate about. Now, that being said, being passionate about something doesn't mean you have to be an expert in it. I'm actually learning a lot about stuff about CrossFit that I didn't know, and I'll go into that a little bit more when I show you guys how I find keywords and stuff. But sometimes, what's cool about the Kolatu blog is it helps you find topics, and I'll show you that as well. But I've actually had to learn things in order to be able to blog about them. So I'm learning more about my niche as I go, which makes me even more of an expert as I go. So you don't have to be an expert in something to blog about it. I just want to make sure that's clear. You do not have to blog about making money to make money with a blog. The main thing that I suggest is just really figuring out what it is for you that is your passion. I mean, maybe it's music, maybe it's photography, maybe it's parenting. I mean, it could be literally anything at all. what will happen is if people see that you're consistent and you're passionate, they will continue to come back to your blog. Now, I've been blogging every day for so you can see I have a whole bunch of blog posts here. I've been blogging every day for 50 something days now since I got my hands on the Kolatu platform, and it's without fail. And so that really helps, because if you're consistent, what's nice about Kolatu is we have this 21-day blogging challenge, which makes it really easy to be consistent. And what will happen is if you're posting your content around on social media and stuff, like I have a fan page on Facebook, and people know that every day there's going to be a new post there that they can come back over to my blog. So being consistent is really important as well. But I would say the very first step is if you're going to blog about your passion, really get clear about what your passion is, and it can literally be anything. And so I'm going to show you how to create a revenue stream, even if your passion isn't, even if you're not selling a product related to the thing. Like I'm not selling a product related to CrossFit.
Okay. So your blog's entirely on CrossFit, and you're blogging about CrossFit, but you're bridging it.
I'm bridging it into Empower Network.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
And I'm basically bridging it, and I'll show you guys how I do it, but I'm basically bridging it, at the end of my blog post. I mean, I can even probably pull one up. I don't know why what's this? Oh, okay. But I just basically, at the end of each of my posts, and I don't know what call to action I have here. So I'm doing a 30-day challenge right now in CrossFit. So I say PS, and I talk about that in my blog. So I'm saying in addition to the Clean 30 challenge, I'm also participating in another challenge as we speak. It's a 21-day blogging challenge. I'm committed to helping people to jumpstart their business in 21 days with the power of blogging. I did a brief training on exactly why blogging is so powerful, and you can check it out here. So I have a 21-day blogging challenge training that I did. You can actually add your own call to action into this blog, which is what I did here. Right. But most of my posts, there's a call to action menu that I'll show you guys that I usually just select, depending on what I'm blogging about. If I'm blogging about something mindset related, I'll select the inner circle. If I'm blogging about just something strictly exercise, CrossFit, recipes, at the end I'll just say, if you want to learn how to get paid to blog about your passions, click here, and then it'll have the viral blogging call to action. So
you're actually tailoring your call to action, which is bridging what your passion is. So you've got your passion blog, and you're tailoring your call to action almost to the post, almost to what you're blogging about in that specific post. So for instance, I mean, this is a really good one. If we take a look here, I'm just going to highlight some text. P.S. in addition to the Clean 30 challenge, you're talking about a 30-day challenge you're already on. You're talking to a group who already likes being challenged. They're reading your post about a challenge. You're bridging it very well into Empower by doing something that's specific. So you would recommend definitely tailoring the CTA based on what you're posting.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think there's one of the call to actions. I don't know if I should pull it up and show you guys. Maybe I should. When you log in. So should I just log into my back office here, and I have to remember my password now. My computer knows it. Type. Sorry, guys. All right. So how do I get to my blog now from here? This isn't how I normally log in. I should just go to this way. This is how I usually do it.
Quick tip, guys, if you type /WP admin after your blog, it'll take you to your blog's login page. So.
And then you have to know your login information. Is it the same as my Empower information? On a Mac it remembers everything.
Definitely.
So I'm not on my Mac right now, so I don't even know. Okay, that worked. All right, so when I'm in my back office, if I come to add a new post, it'll bring me to a page where this is where the body of my post is going to go. This is where my headline is going to go. And at the bottom, you'll see here it says Select Call to Action. So there's a drop-down menu here where you can, this is totally throwing me off. You can see all these call to actions that are built in. The 21-day blogging challenge is one that I created myself. So what's cool about this is if you say you're blogging about photography and you've written an ebook about photography, you can add that to this drop-down menu so that if you want the call to action for that post to be like, click here to get my free ebook about photography, that can be a lead magnet for you. So I created my own call to action here, and all these other ones are built into the Kalatu blog. So if you have a Kalatu blog and you're an affiliate of Empower Network, you can use any of these call to actions to make another income stream using Empower Network. And so what I like to do is if I'm, a lot of my, the thing that I love about CrossFit is a lot of it is mindset. It's not just physical, but I have like, personal breakthroughs that are mindset related as well through this sport. And so if I'm blogging about something related to that, I will choose the inner circle here. And I'll just do it, just to show you guys what that would look like. And, the rest of this stuff will be filled in after you're done with your post, your images and stuff. But just for the sake of this training, I'm just going to save this as a draft and show you what this looks like. So there's not really much text, but this is what the call to action looks like for the inner circle. It says, brand new presentation reveals how you can reprogram your brain to be happier, have more influence, and make more money fast. So if I'm already talking about mindset in my blog post, this is a really good call to action for me to select.
Definitely.
So I'll just say, if you're interested in more awesome mindset training, here's the thing that's made the biggest difference for me. And I'll, that'll be like the PS under my signature in my blog post. And so after someone reads my post and it's all about mindset, I'll say like, this is the thing that's helped me the most, because that's the truth for me. The inner circle has changed my life. And so I put this in here, and then, when they click here, this is all automatically coded to you, so they can come here and opt in, and you will get a new lead for that.
Perfect.
So what's so cool about this blog is we've got so many different call to actions built in. We've got the top producer formula and the viral blogging. The viral blogging system is the one I use the most, because mostly on my blog, I'm blogging about CrossFit and then bridging it by saying, would you like, I'm blogging about CrossFit, but how would you like to make money blogging about your passion? Learn how here. And then I'll select the viral blogging call to action that would be right here instead of the inner circle one, and then they can click there, and then I get a lead.
Got it.
Yep. And then the other thing here that I have is I've customized these banners, and you can look in our resources section for the different banners that are available for you. But I just customized my banner to, be congruent with my niche. So, here I'm basically talking about cashing in on your passion. Stop doing what you hate and start doing what you love, with a picture of somebody doing CrossFit. And at the bottom, I did the same thing with this banner. I have one with a woman, one with a man, just so that everyone that comes to my blog can feel like they're included here.
Perfect. Now, what I want to do real quick is, guys, let's focus on two quick things. The training on how to create a custom banner and a custom call to action. Amy was mentioning custom call to actions. You can find those in the tutorial section. But what I want to point out that she said, which is so brilliant, is there are so many blogs that are shown of people, that maybe making blog posts, might be opportunity related, might be something they're actually passionate about. But think about the viewer's experience when they look down on your blog, right? They are at the CrossFit Junkie, right? The CrossFitJunkie.com it is, right? Mm-hmm. And when you scroll down, when they're scrolling through here and they see a banner ad, which is segueing them into, right? She's bridging with a call to action that is actually tailored. She's customized a banner with CrossFit images here that's totally 100% consistent with her specific audience type, her viewer type. That's a very powerful thing. So that's brilliant.
Yeah, this is where I get leads every day. Just, blogging daily about CrossFit, because here's the thing, like I said, you don't have to blog about making money to make money blogging. And the thing is that not everybody that wants to make money online is into CrossFit.
Right.
But I would say that 99 between 90 and 99% of the population is interested in making more money.
Yeah, definitely.
So people in the CrossFit niche are coming over here to read about CrossFit, but when they see that, wow, she's blogging about CrossFit
Right.
and making money doing it, I want to learn how I can get a blog and blog about my passion. So that's how I'm bridging in my posts. Is no matter what my post is about, I can say, you know, do you want to learn how to make money? But I even have it in my author box on my blog. You get an author box with the Klaatu blog, and it can say whatever you want. And I just say, you know, I love blogging about CrossFit as well as teaching people how to earn an income by blogging about their passions. I'd love to help you work from home and create a life you love. Learn more here. Show me the way. And they click on that.
And this is all linked to your social profiles and everything.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So everywhere that I can, I'm bridging into, hey, by the way, I know you're here to read about CrossFit, but if you're interested in blogging about your passions and making money, I'd love to show you how to do that. And there's a lot of different opportunities on here for them to click and opt in and learn how to do that. And that's what's been happening. I mean, I've had people, a couple different people join my team recently who came over from, you know, just like CrossFit people and saying, you know, I've always wanted a blog and this looks like an awesome platform. And wow, you can make money, you know, with the, you know, as an affiliate in this company as well. Like, you know, and so they didn't come to my blog looking for a business opportunity. They came to my blog to read about CrossFit, but then they saw this and thought, wow, this is really cool. So it's really easy to bridge from any niche into, let me show you how to blog about your passion. You know, I'm blogging about photography, but what's your passion? Let me show you how you can make money blogging about that. And so between my call to action at the end and here, and then the banners, you know, I get a lot of leads just from, you know, the other key to that is, again, being really consistent, just
Right.
constantly creating content.
Definitely. Well, that definitely, I mean, that's, you know, one of the biggest questions. How would you segue this? Obviously, your call to actions are perfect. I mean, even if you look on this test post. Now, guys, keep in mind this is a test post here, but at the top of her post, she's going to have her social profiles. This is all, you know, already built into Klaatu, most of these things, but she's selected the CTA that works with her specific post. She's got her links over here, and again, she's custom tailored these call to actions to really fit with her particular audience. So that leads me to the question, which you're absolutely brilliant at, just looking at your vlog on the CrossFit Junkie. I mean, I love the homepage on it. Even if you go to the homepage, everything about this to somebody who's interested in CrossFit is just absolutely compelling. I mean, you're landing on a page here that's, if you have anything about CrossFit, you know, this just speaks to you. It screams CrossFit. It screams, and it builds you up as the authority around it, which is absolutely brilliant. What would you say to somebody who is trying to figure out what to blog about, right? Somebody might come in and they're like, wow, I love coaching people. I love working with people. And they know what their passion is right then and there. But what about somebody who's kind of dancing around the subject of, you know, I like these few different things, but I'm not sure what to go with? What would you tell them?
I would say go with the thing that you're most passionate about or something that you want to learn more about, because this is an educational experience as well. Like I said, as I'm blogging and having to come up with content on a daily basis, I'm learning stuff. Like, for example, I went into the gym and I did a workout that was called Annie. And there's a lot of workouts that are named after women. So I asked my coach, why are so many workouts named after women? So he told me that the founder, I don't know if I should say it on this training, but what the founder said, you know, nothing else leaves you lying on the floor wondering what happened than women, or something like that. So I came home and I researched the women, like I wanted to know, like, what are all the women workouts and what is the philosophy behind this? And so I did a whole blog post about that and I learned something that day. And so I've done that a lot where I've just, you know, so I've been inspired by something where I've had to, either I've been inspired by something, or when I went to like do the keyword research, all these topics came up that I was like, wow, I don't even know what that is. I don't want to learn about that. So I'm constantly learning about it, which has made me even more of a CrossFit junkie, because I was already a junkie, but now I'm just really, really, you know, excited about, you know, having to come up with new content on a daily basis has really has me constantly, you know, when I'm working out, my brain is going, oh, that's a blog post. Oh, that's a blog post.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a blog post. And and I'm also, like I said, doing research to learn new things. And so if you're not sure, if you have a few different passions and you're not sure which one you want to blog about, I would say, you can blog about all of them, but if you were going to be really consistent, you probably want to start with one. And I would say either go with, if you're more passionate about one thing than another, I'd say go with that. Or if you want to become an expert at something, if you're a guitar player and you want to become a better guitar player, you're going to blog every day about teaching people a song or something. Like, you're going to learn a lot of songs if you're blogging every day, right? So that's just an example, but I would say if there's a niche that you really want to be the go-to person for and become the expert for, blog about that, because you don't have to be an expert to start blogging about it, but you'll become an expert as you blog about it on a daily basis. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense, actually. It perpetuates the fact that what you already know some about, you're learning more about, which is building more authority for you while giving more information that's hot. It's information that, just like you said when you learned about the Annie acronym for, that's, you obviously know. I mean, if you guys look through her blog, she knows a lot about CrossFit. She's actually a very athletic woman. She's very in shape, and she knows she's a very big authority on the subject. But like she said, she's always finding room for growth on her subject that she's already invested in. It's her passion. Now, let's say I have my passion, right? Let's say I've got my passion down, and I want to start my blog. Now, we know Kolatu sets up a lot of the stuff for us. We know that our social profiles are already linked in from the time we hit go. What would be my next step, though? If I have my passion figured out, can you walk us through like what your next steps are once you have your passion for blogging?
Yeah, so what I would say is, in Kolatu, you're going to choose your theme. And this is, right now I'm using theme 3, which has an option for this banner to be either a video or an image. I have a video here, obviously. What I did was I just took some different videos and I spliced them together and made them into one video that just plays over and over behind the scenes there on my blog. So, I mean, I would say, start by just having your blog. The nice thing about Kolatu is you can have your blog look the way you want it to look in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't take a lot of time. So I'm not suggesting that you go spend like hours and hours tweaking your blog. You can always come back. Like, I can change out that video anytime I want. It's super easy. In the theme settings, for this particular blog, there's I'm trying to figure out where the video thing is. I don't even remember because I never do change it out. But you have I created a little logo for my blog, so that's something that you could do if you wanted to. But where is that? Oh, the homepage header. So when you come under the header, see, you have a choice of video or image, and I have video chosen. And all it is a YouTube URL. So I created a compilation video. I uploaded it to YouTube, and then the URL is in here. So if I want to change this video out, all I have to do is get another URL from YouTube and put it in here, and boom, my blog looks different. So I would say, get it to look kind of how you want it to look. But what's really going to bring it to life is when you start adding posts. All these posts were not here when I started. It was just it was a banner with a white blank page. So that will, develop over time. But the blog looks really sleek on its own. So I would say, get it to look, good enough to get started. And then the key is going to be, like I said, just being really consistent. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to come in and, there's a couple different options you want to blog every day. You want to just start blogging every day about your niche. Don't skip a day. Don't wait till tomorrow to get started. Just start right now and start blogging every day. And this platform has made it really easy to do that because we have right here, the 21-day blogging challenge. If you click on this, it'll bring you to whatever day you're on. I'm like my third time through the challenge already. But it'll, if you come, I'm on day 15 in this challenge, but if you're on day 1, it'll say day 1, and you click create new post, and it's going to give you a topic. So this one is favorite videos. So it tells you, like, you basically fill in the blanks. What's one adjective that describes your video? So if you're posting inspirational videos or whatever, you can put inspirational, whatever, and then you click create my post. It'll give you a few more boxes to fill in. It'll give you a couple boxes to put the URLs of the videos in, and then you click publish and you have a blog post. I mean, it's that easy.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to use the topic of the day for the 21-day blogging challenge, the other cool thing about this blog is it has a give me a headline and a give me an idea box right here. And I use these all the time, especially because I'm a single mom and I've got a lot going on with my 2 kids. And so a lot of times by the time I get around to blogging, it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm about to go to bed and I'm tired. And if I don't have an idea about what to blog about, I'll just come over here and ask, like, give me an idea. Best bumper sticker I've seen lately. All right, well, you know, I actually almost did this one night. I went and then I Googled CrossFit bumper stickers.
Yeah.
And I didn't find anything I liked, so I didn't do it. But, you know, that's kind of, you know, it
Right.
just gives you some cool ideas. And this gave me another idea. Like the next day I went to the gym and this guy had a really cool, funny CrossFit t-shirt on. And I was like, can I take a picture of that for my blog? And I blogged about CrossFit t-shirts and I put some of my other favorite ones on there.
I love
So
that.
it's similar, right?
Yeah.
It's, but anyway, if you keep if you want it, you just click awesome, I'll write about this. If not, you go, give me another idea. But here's another one, my favorite free tools and resources. I've used this one a lot. I post a lot of paleo recipes and stuff like that. And so this just makes it really easy. Dreaming about changing the world. One person I'm glad I met. I blog about my coaches a lot because I have a lot of breakthroughs working with my coaches at the gym. And so I blog about my coaches and the breakthroughs. A lot of times I'm inspired about something because I'm so passionate about CrossFit. It's easy for me to come up with stuff. But if not, this is here to make it super easy. So if you want to write about it, you just click this and it fills this in for you. And then you just do your post. Now, one thing that I think is worth doing I'll do a quick walkthrough of keywords, because this is the other thing that'll help you become, and not only just, it'll help you rank your posts in the search engines for things that people are actually searching for. Because here's the thing, like if you're blogging about, say your passion is photography, and you're writing all these posts about photography, but you haven't done any keyword research, you know, the people that are searching for stuff about photography, if they're searching for keywords other than what you're actually, you know, writing about, they're not going to find your post, so it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to get you any traffic. That being said, I don't try to optimize every single one of my posts. I have a lot of content on my blog because I have so much content on my blog that's just kind of like an experience I had that day that I don't even bother to try to optimize. But I think it's good to at least go kind of see if you have a topic that you want to write about. Go just do a quick search on the keyword planner to see what some of the keywords are, because if it fits into the general guidelines, I can give you guys some general guidelines, it's worth trying to rank. So if you've never used this tool, you can just Google Keyword Planner or Google Keyword Tool. I'll probably bring it up. And then this tool will come up, and oh, now I have to remember my password for this too. You have to have a Gmail account to use this. It's a Google product, so Travis, I don't care if you see my password.
Hey, you know, I'm protecting the investment.
Okay. I'm really not sure I know my password, because it's a nice thing about, yeah, I don't. All right, it's working. It's a miracle.
Perfect.
Okay, so all you have to do, this is a free tool, and all you have to do is have a Gmail account, and you can have an account here. And then all you do, this is all I do. I mean, there's more extensive ways to do keyword research, but this will really help just to give you a general idea. So you come into the keyword planner, and it'll ask you what would you like to do. Click search for new keyword and add group ideas. And then here I would just put CrossFit. Like if as a general thing, I could just put CrossFit and see what some of the top keywords are. If I know that I'm gonna be posting a paleo recipe, I could put paleo recipes and see what comes up for that. But for now, I'll just use CrossFit as an example. So now it's gonna bring up this box, and here you see it says add group ideas and keyword ideas. I just click on keyword ideas, and then it's going to bring up all these different what is CrossFit? CrossFit workouts, CrossFit equipment, CrossFit games, CrossFit clothing. This is stuff that people are typing into the search engines every single day. And it'll show you right here how many average monthly searches each thing is getting. Like, what is CrossFit? I have 2 blog posts that are optimized for this. This one's really hard to rank for. So I'm going to show you kind of the best guidelines. If you're just getting started, that I would suggest is you want to make sure that it's getting at least 200 average monthly searches. Like, this is great. CrossFit Games is getting 165,000. But the thing is, I'm going to show you how to see how competitive this is. If it's super, super competitive, it's going to be a lot harder to rank for.
Yeah.
So you're better off getting something with less monthly searches that you can actually rank on the first page for. So the general guidelines I use is in this column, over 200. And then what I do is, so let's say I'm going to do CrossFit clothing. It's over 200, it's 4,400. So what I do then is I take this keyword and I come over to Google and I just, in quotes, I put CrossFit clothing in quotes and I do a search. And this is actually a really good one. I'm going to have to do one on this. This number here will show you how many other people are optimized for these exact keywords in this order. That's what the quotes do. So 66,100. If this number is under 100,000, it's a really good one to go for. So this is one that's, it's well over 200, and it's it's 4,400 monthly searches, and there's only 66,000. I mean, I know this seems like a lot, but if it's under 100,000, the chances of you ranking for it are really good. And the other thing about this is, if you're blogging about something other than making money online, it's a lot easier to rank because you're up against people that are not, like they're not necessarily.
They may happen to have those keywords, but they're not trying to rank for those keywords.
Or they don't really know a lot about search engine optimization, and stuff like that. So these niches are actually awesome. So anyway, so this would be one that I could go for. Now, I'm not going to do a full-blown, this is how you do full,
Right.
I don't have time to do that today, but this is a really good way to figure out some stuff that, to give you some ideas. So, say you want to blog about photography. Well, you might say, well, what am I going to blog about? You can put in, if I could spell, put in photography, get ideas, and you'll see like professional photography, photography blogs, popular photography, maternity photography. So these are all like, popular keywords. Now, generally speaking, your best bet is going to be to go for keywords that are at least 3 words, because if you're going for, one word photography, you'll see it gets 110,000 monthly searches, but it's going to be a lot harder to rank for than something like types of photography. See, it's less searches, but it's a long tail keyword, meaning it's got more words. And so typically these are going to be easier to rank for. So, you could do like my favorite types of photography could be like the headline, because you want to have your keyword in your headline. That's one tip I'll give, but this will give you a lot of ideas. And this is what I mean when I said that blogging about my passion is helping me become more of an expert, because when I see what people are actually searching for, if it's something that I don't have content out of my head to blog about, I'll go research it. So I'm becoming more of an expert in my niche by just seeing what people are actually interested in learning about it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a quick way to just get started. But I mean, really, even with the plugin, the stuff that's built into the blog, the give me a headline, give me an idea, I mean, this stuff is really going to help you just start blogging. And I mean, I can say this from experience that before I had this platform, I did not blog every single day. I've never been as consistent as I've been with Kalatu, and now that I've been doing it, it becomes a habit. I think that's why we do 21 days, right? Because 21 days is how long it takes to create a habit. And so I would feel weird now. I mean, I know it's like whatever time it is right now. Like I would feel weird if I went to bed without blogging. It's just what I do.
Got it.
You know, so and even my kids know, they're like, Mom, did you do your blog post today? Like, they know it's just like, it's something that I do every day. It doesn't matter how late it is.
That's
It doesn't
super
matter.
awesome.
It doesn't matter what's up. That's just something that's got to get done. And so it's become just kind of second nature, and it's something that you'll definitely get a lot better at as you do it, you know. So, but that would be the first thing I would suggest. Just, you know, when you first set up your, and you can talk about this, Trav, when you first log in to set up your account with Kolatu, it'll walk you through, like, do this, you know, hook up your Facebook,
Right.
your YouTube, and then boom, create a blog post. Like, it'll point you in that direction, and you'll have a post up on your blog by the time you're done, you know, within a few minutes, if you just use the template that's there and everything. And so it makes it really easy to just start generating traffic. And then once you once you start generating content and you start getting traffic to your blog and comments on your blog, it becomes even more fun. You know, it becomes more, you just want to do it even more, because you start to see people interacting with your stuff. Like, people
Yeah.
love, like, some of the recipes that I've posted are just like, I'm going to a potluck tonight. This is what I'm bringing. It's
Yeah,
like-
you posted one about these awesome muffins the other day.
Oh my God,
didn't
those
you?
are like my favorite muffins. They're so good. Yeah, they're sweet potato muffins wrapped in bacon.
I'll tell you guys from experience. We actually had a live webcast, and there were many people who said they'd tried the muffins, including Michelle, who made them. So
Yeah.
that's brilliant. So to recap, guys, when you do first, if you're a newer member with Kolatu, it is pretty much set up for you. And to set up, you know, your domain mapping and all the things that go along with it, you can always check the tutorial section. But I want to recap on what Amy was talking about today. You know, she covered how to figure out your passion, right? How to really decide what your passion is and how to blog about it. You know, she talked about the keyword research that goes into that and finding what keywords work for you. And a question about that: how would you? So if you're writing a CrossFit post, and let's say your keyword was CrossFit clothing, like the one you pulled up, what would you do to put that into your post? Like, how would you write the post around that keyword? Like, what would you recommend as far as how much, you know, the keyword is in your post, the saturation of the keyword, where to put it, why to put it?
Yeah, well, I would suggest having it in your title. Like, I'm trying to think of a title that I could make out of CrossFit clothing. But actually, I can just I'll show you a post that I did I've got a couple good optimized posts on here. So this is coconut oil good for you. Actually, let me do a different example. Is coconut oil good for you is actually a long tail keyword that's perfect, you know, as far as the criteria that I showed you guys. So that's
Yeah.
why, rather than just 63 ways coconut oil can help heal your body, I put that in there,
No, that's awesome.
because that's a question that people type all the time into the search engines. And then this blog post, I have 63 ways. And the thing is, I didn't know about all those 63. Like, now I'm like completely addicted to coconut oil, because when I was doing this blog post about coconut oil, and I was like reading all these ways, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I learned something, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, when I'm doing this stuff, I'm learning stuff. But let's see, I have, yeah, like paleo pantry is something that I ranked for. Here's one: 21 CrossFit workouts at home. See, this isn't like verbiage that I would, you know, like, it's kind of weird, 21 CrossFit workouts at home, but that was the keyword. That was
Right.
the only way, because if you just do like CrossFit or workout at home, I forget, but the different combinations were way out of my criteria. Like, they were way too hard to rank for. So I chose this CrossFit workouts at home as my criteria. So I went and I found 21 different workouts that you can do at home without equipment. And that's what this is about. But I always put it in, like, it's in my title.
Right.
And then I use an H2 tag here, which means when you're typing something, so if it's, you know, CrossFit workouts at home, and that doesn't even remotely say that, but it doesn't matter. So here's my post, you know, and then I get down to a place where it makes sense to have like bigger text. I would just highlight this, and I would put in a heading 2.
Perfect.
Not heading 1. Heading 1 is the same as a title, and so it won't do you any good to use a heading 1 in your post, because your title, it already counts as that. So
Right.
heading 2, I would have my keyword at least once and a heading too. Now Google, I don't want to do like a full SEO training because I'm not an SEO expert.
Right.
I know Google has changed some stuff recently, so I don't even know if like everything that I do is completely, relevant anymore. But basically, rule of thumb is have it in your headline, do an H2 tag, use an underline or quotes, once in your blog if you can. And so I have it again here in an H3 tag, which is the same thing. Highlight it, put it heading 3. So here is heading 2. And then down below, when I have it again, I would highlight it and have heading 3. So I've got
awesome.
1, 2, and 3. That's a good way to get it.
Definitely. And if you go back to the blog, guys, notice that every line here doesn't say, 21 CrossFit workouts at home, 21 CrossFit work at home. And when you want to check something out, 21 CrossFit work at home, she's really putting in some great content here. Like if you look, she's talking about one of the benefits of going to the gym instead of CrossFit workouts at home, is that, so there's some really good content behind this post, and her keywords are in the right spots.
Yeah, you don't want to stuff and be obnoxious.
Right.
It's called keyword stuffing. If you have them in places like you're obviously just trying to get them in there for the sake of getting them in there, and it doesn't make sense. But like here, like Travis just pointed out, like the sentence, it says one of the benefits of going to the gym instead of doing CrossFit workouts at home. CrossFit workouts at home, that's my keyword. But it fits into the sentence perfectly, and it's just kind of there. So it's good to kind of sprinkle them through, where you see fit. And I usually always have at the end of my post, I usually have, see here it is again in bold. At the end, I always want people to interact. So I'll say, I'd love to hear your thoughts about these 21. It's an easy way to get the keyword in there again, and also to like ask people for interaction. So I'm asking them for their thoughts. Was this helpful? Do you have some other favorite home-based CrossFit workouts that I left out? And, so I've got, here's another here. Please share your thoughts about your favorite CrossFit workouts from home. So there it is again.
That's, yeah, it's placed
so
really well.
Yeah, so you just place it in there. I would say, I used to say general rule of thumb is like once per paragraph, but nowadays my paragraphs are like one sentence long, as you can see. Like I've got everything kind of spread out. I just like that formatting better.
Good,
I think it's easier to
read.
read.
Yeah, it's really good.
But yeah, so really just put it in your headline, sprinkle it through your posts, underline it. If it makes sense to put it in quotes or bold once in your post, that helps. And then use the heading tags. And yeah, and then even better, if you shoot a video about it, and you can rank your video, use the tags in your video as well, then you can rank your blog post and your video, and you can like kind of take over the front page of Google. So it's just another. You put your video on your blog, which helps too, because if you say the keywords in your video, the YouTube transcribes it, or Google transcribes it, so it's still like
it's picking up
those keywords. So the video will actually help as well. But the other thing is the video itself will also rank. And so when someone goes to Google for CrossFit workouts at home, they'll see my video and my blog.
And because of the transcription, it sounds like YouTube will also pick it up when somebody searches for that, if if it's done right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so to recap, she's covered figuring out your passion for your blog, researching the keywords, how to do that in the right way, and also how to put them into the blog in the right way. And note that she's providing a lot of content here. If you're a reader and you're interested in CrossFit, this isn't just talking about her keyword and the subjects. She's actually providing some really valuable content, which is going to compel her. She's obviously done a lot of study on the archetype of the person who's going to be reading this blog. She knows her audience, and she's bridging it very, very well, which brings us into that. Amy talked about how to bridge in the correct way, how to set up the right banners.
Yeah, and you can see the example in this blog is the viral blogging. So I say, P.S. Want to learn how you too can get paid to blog about your passions? It's easy. Learn how here. And this is just the call to action that I selected from the menu for the viral blogging system. And this is coded to me, so when someone clicks here to watch the free presentation, they're opting in and I'm getting a lead.
Fantastic.
So basically, in any post about any niche, you can use a PS line like this, and it works no matter what for that viral blogging call to action. P.S. Want to learn how you too can get paid to blog about your passions? It's easy. Learn how here. I mean,
That's actually a really good one. That
can
would
you
apply
can
just about to.
yeah, it applies to everything, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm not blogging about mindset and I'm not going to do the inner circle, or depending on your niche, the top producer formula is an excellent one in the call to action. If you're blogging about anything that related to network marketing, I'm not here, so it doesn't really work for this blog. But this blogging one works for every single blog post. And I just, like I said, I mix it up with the inner circle, and I created my own for the 21-day blogging challenge. But that being said, like I said before, if you write a quick ebook about your niche, and you can offer that. Let me just show you really quick how easy it is to add your own call to action. It's in kind of a weird place that it's kind of hard to find, but it's under the 21-day blogging challenge. So if you just hover over that and click on call to actions, up here, so it shows the ones that I've created already. The demo one was just, I was doing a video showing how to do it, but if you click add new, so you just put what do you want it to be called? Like, if it's 21 photography tips or something, like that's where the title would go. And if you want there to be some text with it, you can put that there. And then you put the link you want people to go to. So, if it's an ebook and you have a capture page, which is what I recommend. I don't recommend just giving somebody an ebook without asking them to opt in. So you would have your capture page for your ebook here, and then the link for your image goes here, and then you click upload, and boom, you have, now that goes into your drop-down menu. So if you want to offer your photography ebook or your cookbook or whatever it is that you have in your call to action menu, if you go to the bottom, see where it says 21-day blogging challenge, this is the one I created. These other ones, these are actually really cool too. Let me show you what these look like. All these comments, agree, disagree, comments, think, and social share. There's 3 different options for each of these, and they all look different. But they're really cool because they're basically asking people to share your content. And let me see if I can remember. I have different call to actions in all my stuff, but I think one of my recent posts I just did one of these. So here, this is one of the share ones. Hey you, share this post with a friend. Did you find this post useful, funny, thought-provoking, or otherwise cool? Then click these little social media icons. I mean, these should actually be pointing up here. It's kind of backwards. But I think they're working on that. It was a feature request that somebody put in the other day. But in any case, it's suggesting that they share this. So I'm not asking them to opt in to anything, but I'm telling them to share it. And then, here, the other thing that's built into Kolatu is you can have your own opt-in box. So all this is, and this is another, I guess, another tip that you guys can use. It works really well. So when someone opts in here, they get added to a list in my Aweber autoresponder, and all that list does, I've got a blog broadcast set up, and that's a whole other training, but in Aweber you can set up a specific list so that every time you post on your blog, they get an email about it. So I'm not even emailing that list. This is just for updates to my blog. So if they put in their email address here, they automatically get my blog posts. But in my blog broadcast, on the sidebar of it, it says, "Want to learn how to blog about your passions?" And they can click to go to to go to a capture page there. So even if they're just getting like updates about my blog, number one, they're coming back to my blog when they get my emails. They see that I'm consistent. I start to become an authority to them about CrossFit because every day they get a new blog post about CrossFit. But then also in that blog broadcast, you can put a link. So I have learn how to blog about your passions in there, and I also have been asking for guest bloggers, and so I have that in my blog broadcast emails as well. Like, want to be a guest blogger? Click this link to contact me, and it just goes to my email or whatever. So I have a couple call to actions in the blog broadcast itself, so that people are,
That's awesome.
interacting and opting in and stuff. So that's all this does. Like, this isn't taking them to any kind of sales page or anything like that. It's just giving them a way to make sure that they get my blog post every day in their inbox. And so that way they're much more likely to come back to my blog. And last time I checked on Google Analytics, 20% of my traffic was return visitors. And
wow, that is
out of like 700-800 visitors a day right now. So
That's
So,
fantastic.
yeah, so it's people that, because I'm consistent, like people at my gym, I've had two of them sign up already, and they're like, I love reading your posts like while I'm standing in line. I can read them on my phone because most of my posts are not very long. You can see this. This was a night when I was really tired, so I found an infographic and I put it on there, and that's my whole post.
It's brilliant, though. It's brilliant, and it's perfect with. I bet I bet that your keywords were kettlebells workout. Right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. See, I'm already learning from what you're sharing with
Yeah.
everybody. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it fits very well. Content seems to be king here. Actually, queen.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's so easy. I mean, there's even when you come into these topic ideas, there's even one, and these are random, so I can't necessarily pull it up for you, but there's one in here that recommends an infographic, just finding an infographic about a topic. And it even gives you links to where you can find infographics. I mean, they just make it as easy as possible for people to just like, well, how would I find an infographic? You click on the link right here in the box and it takes you to a place where you can find an infographic about anything. And so, when I'm really tired, that's what I do. I go find
That's fantastic.
an infographic and I put it in, and that's my blog post. And
No.
so, yeah, so it's super, super simple. And it's really, really fun. I mean, that's the other thing that I just have to hit home here is that I'm having so much fun with this because it's something that I'm already passionate about, and it's giving me an outlet to, it's like journaling about, your passion on a daily basis, and I'm having breakthroughs because of it as well, because I'm more in tune with, stuff my coaches say to me that shifts something in me, because I go home and I write about it, so it's a really good outlet. It's really, really fun when you do it about something that you're passionate about.
Definitely sounds like the benefits of cashing in on your passion sound a lot better than cashing in on something that you absolutely dread and hate to do. So I think you covered it from top to bottom. Do you have any final thoughts for members just to take action on their blog?
Yeah, no, I really, the key is to just get started. Like, don't wait, don't delay. And like I said, you don't have to be an expert to, when you get started. Like, if you want to become a better golfer, you can blog about golf and, go find a bunch of really cool videos on YouTube about how to improve your golf swing and post them on your blog and share them with people and become, the person bringing valuable content to the marketplace. But at the same time, when you're watching these videos about how to improve your golf swing, it's going to help you with your own golf swing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing too. Like I'm learning a lot of different tweaks about form for CrossFit and stuff because I'm watching videos about it and getting inspired a lot by, I found some really cool videos on YouTube that have really inspired me that I probably wouldn't have taken the time to go watch if I didn't have a blog to, like, when I find a cool video, I'm like, oh, I'm going to put this on my blog and write about it and share about it. And so it's, my main tip would be just start right now, and you'll see if you do it on a daily basis, it becomes really easy, really fast, and just second nature. So you'll just be doing it without even thinking about it.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, a big, huge thank you to Amy Starr Allen, who is definitely a master of passion blogging. Thank you guys for checking out this all-in library module. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys. Bye.